In the vast and bustling city of Los Angeles, a pit bull named Roxy found herself abandoned and alone on the unforgiving streets. She had endured a life of mistreatment at the hands of her past owners, leaving her broken and scarred. When she arrived at the shelter, she curled up in a corner, refusing to acknowledge the kind-hearted people who offered her comfort and care. Roxy's eyes were filled with fear, and she stared blankly at the cold floor, haunted by her painful past. The rescue team was determined to help Roxy heal and find a loving home, but her inconsolable state weighed heavily on their hearts. In a desperate attempt to bring her solace, they decided to take her out for a walk, hoping that the fresh air and change of scenery would ease her troubled mind. However, Roxy clung to the ground, unwilling to budge from her position. It seemed as though her spirit had been shattered, and she had lost all hope. As the days passed, Roxy's time at the shelter drew near its end. The organization learned of her story, and with a heavy heart, they realized that euthanasia might be the only option left. However, fate intervened just in time. A compassionate soul recognized Roxy's desperate need for a second chance and intervened, rescuing her from the brink of despair. Roxy was taken to a veterinary clinic to be cared for until a foster home could be found. The clinic became her temporary residence, and once again, she found herself huddled in a corner, her head bowed low. The weight of her past seemed insurmountable, casting a dark cloud over her fragile spirit. But one day, as Roxy sat in her familiar position, her gaze fixed on the floor, she noticed a local cat nearby. There was something about this feline that captivated her, drawing her attention away from her own sorrow. She lifted her head, her eyes filled with curiosity, and cautiously approached the cat. Inexplicably, the encounter with the cat marked a turning point in Roxy's life. The once dejected dog no longer stared at the ground, lost in her thoughts. Instead, she reached out to the indifferent cat, hoping to establish a connection. From that moment on, Roxy's transformation was remarkable. She shed her fears of people, sounds, and the chaos of the city. The newfound friendship awakened a love for life within her, filling her days with newfound joy and purpose. Her heart, once burdened by pain, now brimmed with hope and happiness. News of Roxy's heartwarming tale spread far and wide, eventually reaching the ears of the Pratt family. Touched by her journey, they knew they had to open their hearts and home to this extraordinary dog. Not only did they offer Roxy a loving family, but they also had 3 cats and a Pomeranian Spitz eagerly awaiting her arrival.